Hello, and welcome to Marketing Matters for Findability. I'm your host, Denise Millet. I'm here to help entrepreneurs and business owners be found online. This week, I'm talking about blogs and specifically how blogs can improve your findability. A blog is a piece of content that speaks to your audience about a specific topic, an issue, or a question they might have. It's something more current, more relevant for them. And they're used by entrepreneurs and businesses and agencies to continually add new content to their online presence so they stay in conversation with their audiences, continually building a relationship with them. Blogs are regularly released content for the public. Um, Mostly, they are helpful and useful while elevating authority for the person writing them and expertise and showing your stripes, showing your personality, showing what's relevant for you so that you can make a connection to them. And they come in many, many different formats. They could be magazines, they can be ebooks, they can just be articles, short or long, infographics, one pagers with pretty pictures that have statistics included, newsletters. Um, and then there's also lead magnets, which can be a guide or an ebook, which are gated. So it's somebody has to give you their email to download it, basically. Blogs can also be done using video as well, and they're called vlogs. An annual survey reported done by Orbit Media showed that three types of blog content that showed the strongest results, and this is with agencies, were guides and ebooks, gated content, which is the lead magnets that required an email for download, and infographics. So we hear a lot of people talking about how-to articles and other things that they produce for blogs. And it turns out that some of the more traditional ones get the strongest results in the end, which is interesting to me. What is also interesting from the survey is that they found that 66% of the agencies report they use blog content to drive traffic from search engines to their websites. So they write the blog content, it gets included in search based on the title and the description that matches up a question their user might have. And they connect in search results based on what their question is to the title and they match. And then that leads the potential customer to the agency or their platform or their website, which I think is interesting. That's a high percentage. So, how do we as entrepreneurs know which type of blog content to create? We're not an agency, right? We're not huge. We don't have tons of employees. But what's most important for you is to know who you're writing for and what they need. So understanding your prospective client or customer is very, very important because your time is incredibly short and your resources limited. So you want to make sure you're very strategic about what you do. You want to figure out how your audience is going to consume your content best. Are they reading online? Are they viewing videos at home? Are they listening to audio on the train? See if you can ferret out what's common for their um, demographic and see if you can produce content that speaks to them in the media that they like to consume. Also, what kind of time do they have? And what can you share that's meaningful and interesting and worthy of the time that they do have? So, if you produce a huge long article and they only have 15 minutes a day that they're scrolling through their news feed or scrolling through emails or whatever, and you have a huge long article, they're going to skip right over it. So, you want to make sure that you tailor something to what they need most. And then can you connect your topics to the areas they are interested in knowing more about? Could you speak to their current issue, need, or knowledge gap? Because, they don't have a lot of time. And what you can share that is meaningful and interesting and worthy of their time, they're going to go to a search engine to look for an answer to something or to search for something. And you want your blog to answer that search, to connect with that search, with the exact words, whether it's a whole question in the title or keywords that match. And that's the connecting piece. So you want to make sure that whatever you're writing about is relevant for them because they're going to search for it. because they are out there and they're asking questions all the time of search engines. They're asking phrases to learn more about things and expand their knowledge base. And we have to title our content, our blog, to match what they're searching for. That is the key to all of this, as I said. So you want to make sure you do this exercise of understanding them and trying to figure out what they need most, what questions they might ask, what's relevant for them, and then producing that. We also need to take into account what we can produce consistently given our limited resources, our time, and our energy, because so much else is pulling at us as entrepreneurs and business owners. So, you want to choose a media format and a type of content that is easy for you to produce, something that you like doing, and you're going to do it on a regular basis and consistently for your audience. Because honestly, if you're just going to do it once a month and put it out there, I mean, you can do that. But what's going to develop a relationship and an ongoing conversation with them is producing media they want to consume on a regular basis so they get used to hearing your voice and seeing you, and that develops a relationship so you keep the conversation going. It's also found that if you include visual media, so let's say you write a short article, well, if you were to do a short video to go along with that, video is 4 times more engaged with in a blog post than other types of things. So if you were to put a video attached or within embedded in a blog post, you might get much more traction with it with your audience. So it's starting to shift away from text to video, and there's more trend towards people liking videos. So you might try that. The other thing that you want to think about is you want to be included in search engines. So you want to look for those clues that you leave the search engine program so they'll find your blog. And you need to learn all about the things you need to do to format your content so that it gets included in search engines, because there's a huge audience out there searching. And you need you to be strategic about how you're using this blog so you get the most bang for your buck out of all the time you put into producing it. And ultimately, I just want you to be findable, right? Because if they can't find you, they can't do business with you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.